It is an overcast but warm and beautiful day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We are going to go for a stroll around the park, see what's going on with wait times and what's happening in Hollywood. Hi everyone, this is Herb from World of Walt, and welcome to another live broadcast on a Saturday morning from Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. It is Saturday morning and we are here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. We're going to check out what's going on. Thanks for joining me. Sharon has joined, and Mike, good morning to you. Welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios. A lot of people streaming in for their day of fun, whether they're going to be rocking on a roller coaster or heading off to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Lots to see and do here at Disney's Hollywood Studios today, and people are excited for it. Jason, morning to you. Nice to see you. Hello, and Hope, good morning. Thanks for joining. Janice has joined the live broadcast. How are you, Janice? Let's take a little stroll down Hollywood Boulevard, or probably hang a right, see what's going on in Sunset, and then make our way back through Toy Story Land and over to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Jenny, welcome to the broadcast, and Joseph in New York, welcome. So I checked the wait times for the various attractions here at Disney Hollywood Studios before firing up the live broadcast, and even though we're still pretty early in the day, lots of extended wait times here. An hour for Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway. Looks like about 40 minutes for the Tower of Terror. 50 minutes for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So probably not going to get an opportunity to go on an attraction today. But we are going to enjoy the atmosphere and see what's going on here in Hollywood. Jennifer is joining. Hello, Jennifer. Georgia, hello to you. Thank you for the Happy Father's Day. Appreciate that. And I'll extend my Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. One of the best jobs in the world. Hi, Christine. Ted, good morning to you. Welcome. So there was a lot of interesting news this week. One that I have actually seen here in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So Disney cast members are no longer required to wear masks when outside. Although I still see that some are, some aren't. Probably based on their own personal choices. So that was pretty big news, and especially as we are getting into the super hot summer season. Rita, good morning to you. 240 days to go till a big family vacation. Hi, Barbie. Happy Father's Day to you and yours as well. Karen from Virginia, hello, welcome. And Benjamin, hello to you. So we're going to take a little stroll down Sunset Boulevard, see what the wait times look like for the Hollywood Tower of Terror as well as the Rock and Roller Coaster. I thought about stopping to take in Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, but I thought, maybe I'll pass on that. If folks would like to see Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy, let me know. I can maybe plan for that in the future. Lorna, Seattle, Washington, 88 degrees today. I think you're a little, we're a little warmer than you are. We're going to get up into the 90s. But lots of heat, I know, covering the country. It is June and summertime. Iona, hello to you. Roland, welcome to the broadcast. Feels like I'm swimming up the wrong side of the stream here on this road. Dory, hello to you in Connecticut. Welcome. Love to hear the music here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Architecture, it all takes you to a very fun, different time and place. Mary, welcome. Hi, Terry. Hello to you as well. So another big piece of Disney news, probably the biggest piece of Disney news this week, is that fireworks are back. So the Magic Kingdom is once again going to be presenting Happily Ever After, the fireworks spectacular. It takes place above Cinderella Castle. That is very exciting news. Exciting to see another piece of Disney entertainment coming back. Also, Epcot Forever makes a return, which I also thought was interesting. So Disney has been working on the infrastructure for the new replacement show that will take place at Epcot, the nighttime spectacular that will be called Harmonious. We've been working on setting up and testing the barges for some time, but that's not the show that's going to reopen at the beginning of July. Instead, it's going to be a replay of Epcot Forever, which was designed to be a temporary show after Illuminations, but before Harmonious. In any event, though, looking forward to both of those nighttime spectaculars coming back. Great news. Amy says, never seen the McQueen show. It's a fun one, actually. Good for kids. I think that if your kids are into arcade games, or if they're Cars fans, they will especially enjoy it. It's definitely worth checking out. Benjamin said, looking forward to the pin of the month. Thank you for that. Benjamin, you are prompting me to give the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. Thank you for that. If you'd like a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. All right, Tower of Terror looks like a 30-minute wait. Not so bad, but still a long time to wait while on a broadcast. Keith said yes on Lightning McQueen. Okay, good to know. Seems like some people are interested in that. So maybe on a future trip to Disney's Hollywood Studios, I will take in Lightning McQueen's Racing Academy so everyone has an opportunity to see it. I think I did a live broadcast of that, or you can check it out on my YouTube channel. Head over to youtube.com, do a search for World of Walt. Be sure to click the bell there so YouTube will notify you of new videos, which I add periodically, sometimes exclusive videos on YouTube. Same deal here. If you click that bell, Facebook will let you know when I go live, so you won't miss a live broadcast, typically on Saturdays, typically at 10 o'clock. Cindy, good morning to you. Carolyn from Washington's got 130 days to go, but who's counting? Actually, I think counting is a big part of the fun. All right, so we got a 50-minute standby wait here for the Rock and Roller Coaster starring Aerosmith, with the queue extending out here into the courtyard. Very interesting. So Disney has removed nearly all of the social distancing markers around the parks. You don't see any on the ground here. Some people are still maybe leaving a little bit more space than they would have in the past, but I understand that. And actually it doesn't feel quite so claustrophobic, especially in the summertime. Tracy's going to be here in November. Tracy, that is great. So happy to see lots of folks have got their new vacation trips planned. So another piece of interesting news this week is that Disney is reintroducing the single rider lines. It actually looks like the single rider is not open for the Rock and Roller Coaster, but it is open for Millennium Falcon. Another great sign of progress in the reopening. Single rider lines allow Disney to increase the park capacity, get more people through, so that is great to see. Okay, so we are here in the Sunset Showcase Boulevard, where the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy takes place. That's the show I talked about. Good for kids, good for arcade fans, actually fun for the whole family. So it will be something we'll check out in a future broadcast. Stephen asked about park capacity. So Bob Chapek, the president of the Walt Disney Company, has announced that park capacity is increasing, but I don't think we have an official number on what that looks like. My guess is that with even some of the announcements in the past week, like single rider lines, fireworks coming back, that Disney is continuing to increase the capacity, but we don't really know what that number looks like. Someone asked on whether or not you have to show a proof of vaccination at Walt Disney World. No, you do not, so Disney is not going to ask you to show proof, but the official policy, at least last I read it, says that if you are not vaccinated, then you do need to wear a mask. Of course, lots of people who aren't vaccinated will probably not wear a mask, but that's their choice, and Disney lawyers have mortgages, so they're covering themselves, and everybody's happy. Nancy asked me a question about rides with the least wait time, I think. So I would say some of the things with the lower wait times are probably Star Wars, Lightning McQueen Racing Academy. Sometimes it depends when you hit it during the day, so if you're at the very end of the day, you might be able to get a relatively lower standby wait time on things like Tower of Terror. So best to check out the Disney Parks app. Someone asked about news on, I'm sorry, sometimes the feed just scrolls and I can't see all of the information in time. Someone asked about opening of Fantasmic. So no new information about the reopening of Fantasmic, which is interesting because we do have news on 2 of the nighttime spectaculars. But it's meaning Happily Ever After at the Magic Kingdom, reopening in early January. Epcot Forever, the nighttime spectacular at Epcot, opening in early January, but no news on Fantasmic. The nighttime spectacular at Disney's Animal Kingdom, Rivers of Light, is not coming back. I don't think that show quite lived up to expectations. Disney spent a lot of money in the infrastructure there in the theater, but maybe someday we'll get another show there. My guess is it might be a little time before that. Kristen asked, is Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular back? No, it's not, Kristen. That's a good question. So several of the shows here at Disney's Hollywood Studios are not back. So in fact, the one that's just here on our left-hand side, Beauty and Beast Live on Stage, has not returned. Although I think I've seen information about job postings that suggest that maybe they're preparing the theater for a reopening. Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular is not back. The Frozen Sing-Along is back in a slightly modified format, so Disney has started to bring back live performances. But I think this park could definitely use a couple big theater shows. It would help with their ability to serve more guests. Scott's got 110 days to go. Hey, Scott. And Jackie is watching. Hello to you. Thanks for being here. Susan. Hi to you, Susan. Always good to see you on the broadcast. And Valerie, good morning. Laura has joined. Laura, thank you for being here on the broadcast. Brad said that things seem to be returning to normal with reductions on social distancing and fireworks. I agree. It seems like one step at a time, so many of the things that had to be shut down here in the Disney parks are now coming back. Actually, another big piece of Disney news this week, for the first time in more than a year, all of the Disney parks worldwide are once again open, including those in China and Japan, in Europe. So exciting news that things are moving in a positive direction. Debbie from Oklahoma, hello to you. Nice to see you. Raymond is joining the broadcast. Hi, Raymond. Michael, headed there today for Anaheim. I hope you have a great trip. Steven said, glad the pre-show of the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway was back. Me too. I actually had an opportunity to come over to Disney's Hollywood Studios for one evening this past week. And I was here almost at closing time, which is 8 o'clock, and had a chance to go on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway when the wait was not too long. And the pre-show is back. The cartoon short Perfect Picnic, which was made specifically for the Runaway Railway, is once again playing. So guests are asked to go into that theater and watch that short before they get into the loading area for the train. It really does set the stage, and it's a fun short to watch. Another sign of things improving. Very happy to see it. Renee is watching. Hi, Renee. Tina said fireworks are back in early July. That is exactly correct. So both Happily Ever After at the Magic Kingdom, as well as Epcot Forever over at Epcot, are coming back. I think July 1st is the date. Disney has announced that, I believe, if I remember right, Disney's announced they're not doing a special fireworks presentation for the Independence Day holiday, July 4th, often also done on July 3rd in the past. So those fireworks were extra special with perimeter fireworks, a special show. But that's probably not going to happen this year. But just the fact that any fireworks are coming back, great sign. Wayne says Fast Pass needs to return. Wayne, I am personally looking forward to it. Don't know. So Disney is using all of this reset time as an opportunity to change some things up. They haven't actually said when Fast Pass is returning, and actually have not even said if Fast Pass is returning. It seems like a lot of stuff is coming back the way it was, so I'm kind of hopeful. But Disney has also been working on the new Disney Genie app. They have filed a patent about dealing with management of multiple virtual queues, so we're going to have to see what happens. Susan, welcome to the broadcast, and welcome to Disney's Hollywood Studios. Barbie said no fireworks at the Boo Bash either. Yeah, thank you for that mention. So there is no Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party this year. But there is a Halloween-themed event called the Boo Bash, and Disney, I think, changed the name very purposefully. They're calling it an after-hours event. The key of the after-hours events are that there are lower levels, and that really you can go on lots of stuff with low wait times. So I'm assuming that's going to continue to be the case. That'll be the primary selling point. There will be special lighting and effects. There will be some characters. There will be cavalcades instead of parades, but no fireworks presentation for the Boo Bash. Karen, hello to you. Welcome. Kristen says, is the shuttle running again in the parking lot? So the parking trams are actually not operating yet. We might see if that happens sometime coming up here, but not as of right now. Always fun to see the neon marquee for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. It's a little harder to see in the day. It is spectacular at night. Good to see that the Chinese theater is getting so much love and attention. Jeff says, props to Disney on the MGM revival. This park has received incredible investments over the past few years and has really transformed with the addition of Toy Story Land a few years ago, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Disney has really reinvented this park, and I'd say the center of gravity for Disney World has changed. So in the past, a lot of people would just bypass Hollywood Studios, but there are so many new and incredible things to do here that it pulls in the crowds, and this is now one of the hardest park pass reservations to get. Rick says Hollywood Studios has great music. I totally agree with you, Rick. I love hearing the music in the different lands. Many of it's themed to the 30s and 40s, or to Hollywood, or to Disney. Lots of great stuff. KD said, I bet there is going to be a paid Fast Pass option. That is possible, and actually would bring this park in line with what we see in many other theme parks like Universal, and even out at Disneyland. So while as a local here I wouldn't be excited about having to pay for something I didn't have to pay for in the past, I can understand if that happens. We'll have to see. I think part of the consideration is going to be the ultimate plan for the Disney Genie app, the ultimate plan for virtual queues. So I went on a little rant last week about my thoughts on this. I think that Disney may be working towards that ultimate goal of no lines. And that's not something you do very easily. There are huge implications to where do all the people stand and what they do when they're not standing in a line. But we have seen over time that Disney has done some great innovations like Fast Pass to help us spend less time in lines. So we'll see what happens. Hey, Mike from New Jersey, nice to see you. Agnes, 4 more days to go. That is awesome. I hope you have a good trip. It is summertime, so it's going to be warm, and we'll expect some rain in the afternoons. But hey, what better place is there to be? Nancy is watching. Hi, Nancy. Good to have you join. Jordan says, I am the best. Jordan, that is so nice of you to say. Thank you very much. Tracy, hello to you. And Lydia says, love seeing no mask and a book a vacation soon. It sure is so much more comfortable. I kind of got used to the idea of masks outside, even in Florida. But it is great that guests now can go indoors and outdoors all around the Walt Disney World Resort without wearing a mask. You do have to wear a mask in just a few places now. If you're on a monorail, if you're on a bus, if you are on a Skyliner, you don't have to wear them on boats. So masks are not completely gone here at Walt Disney World, but for guests, there are very few places where you have to do that now. Iris from Pennsylvania, hello to you. Thanks for joining. And Randy has joined. Hi, Randy. Karen, worldofwalt.com. That is the site. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. If you are interested in Disney news and all things Disney, which you probably are if you're watching here today, you can always head over to worldofwalt.com to check out all the articles. Try to post 1 a day, just depending on what the news cycle looks like. Did 5 articles this past week with some help from some friends. So yeah, please go check it out. Also, if you'd like a recap of the Disney news each week over at worldofwalt.com, you can sign up for the free newsletter, which comes out every Monday. It's a lot of fun, so check it out. Robert shared the video. Robert, thank you so much for doing that. I really do appreciate everyone who watches. Thank you for the comments. It's always a lot of fun to talk back and forth. Thank you for the thumbs up and the shares especially. It's a great way to get the word out. Someone asked if the monorail connecting Epcot to the Ticket and Transportation Center has reopened, and it has not, and we don't have news on when that is going to happen. Just like something we were talking about earlier on the broadcast, still also don't have news on when the parking trams are going to restart, which connect the parking lots to the ticket centers for each. Raymond, hi to you, welcome. Welcome to Toy Story Land here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. And Carly from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, how's it going? Susan shares the broadcast. Susan, thank you for that. Truly appreciate it. Eric, good morning to you. Carly shared as well. Thanks, Carly. Really appreciate your sharing the broadcast. Again, great way to get the word out. Heather said, you still have to wear your mask around the Disney hotels. I am fairly certain that the answer is no. Indoor, outdoor locations, guests don't need to wear masks. Only place where you got to wear a mask now is in those 3 modes of transportation: monorail, bus, or Skyliner. Beryl, 97 days to go. Beryl, nice to see you. Says Laura, any more issues with power? Yeah, so several of the parks have been dealing with power outages recently. Have not heard about that in the past few days, which is good. Here in Central Florida, we are the lightning strike capital of, I think, North America, if not the world. Sometimes the lightning wreaks havoc with power systems here, especially if it hits a transformer. I don't really know what the cause of those recent power outages were, but yeah, we have to deal with that sometimes. Slinky Dog, very fun. Hi, Kathy. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining me. Gina said just left the masks, or just left and no masks at the hotel. Yep, that makes sense to me. Rosa says loves the Slinky Dog coaster. Me too. Louise says sharing the magic. Thank you for that comment. No, if you sort of Christopher says, thanks for the weekly walks around the park. Christopher, it's my pleasure. I always enjoy sharing some Disney fun with everyone here, so thank you for that. Michael says, when do I think Disney's going to restart FastPass? You know, it's a really good question, and that one it's hard for me to predict. I think there are several options. So one option, which probably is the most likely, is that Disney is going to restart FastPass Plus the way it is. But another option is that Disney might change and start to charge for FastPass here at Walt Disney World, which again would put it in line with other theme park competitors and even Disneyland in California. And yet another option, which is probably the least likely in the short term, but maybe the most likely in the long term, is that the whole idea of how Disney deals with queues is going to change with the Disney Genie app. Gonna have to see. Vicky says, love Slinky Dog. It's smooth even if you don't like roller coasters. That it is. Lots of fun. Actually, let's stand here for a second and watch a little bit. Alice from Georgia, hello to you. See if we can get a train coming by. Dickie says, shared and loved the broadcast. Thank you for the share. Really appreciate it. Someone says it looks overcast. It is definitely an overcast day. The sun is not beaming down the way it usually does here in Central Florida. It's still warm, still humid, but yeah, not so sunny. Dawn said, did I book a 2022 cruise yet? Dawn, I have not done that, but I'll be honest with you, I'm looking a bit because I cannot wait to get back on a Disney Cruise Line vacation. I am a huge fan right now. I can't wait for the Disney Wish to launch. Disney has announced some news this week about holiday cruises in the end of 2022, celebrating Halloween and Christmas. So very exciting to see Disney Cruise Line becoming more and more active. Don't know a lot more details than that, but yeah, I've been thinking about it. Pam, hello to you. Steve says, what's the Disney Genie app? Steve, a very good question. So Disney has announced they are working on a new app called the Disney Genie. They have not provided a huge number of details. It's a project they've been working on for a couple of years, I'm sure. We don't have a date on when it will launch, but the basic idea is that Disney Genie will help you plan your day, and based on what your interests are. So if you are a Disney Princess fan, it will make suggestions. If you are a thrill seeker, it will make suggestions and probably deal with the scheduling and the lines component of your Disney vacation. That said, we don't really know what it means beyond that. And it could mean that it's just an app that makes recommendations. It could be as simple as that. But it could be as comprehensive as reworking the way people plan their wait times, maybe even incorporating multiple virtual queues, which would line up with a patent that Disney recently filed, perhaps folding in FastPass, maybe even making things like tiered pricing. Don't really know. We just know that it's something that Disney is working on, and it will be interesting to see when it comes to pass. So stay tuned. Tina says, exciting to get back on a Disney cruise. Amanda says, how do people not recognize me when walking around? I am not that famous. I do say hi to people occasionally if they recognize me, which is a lot of fun. I like that. Laura, hello to you. Jody asked about any capacity limit changes at Disney. So we don't really have any news about percentages. We do know that Bob Chapek, the president of the Walt Disney Company, said that capacity is increasing, but exactly what those numbers look like, we don't know. Melissa asks if I'm going to do a walkthrough at Abu Bash. Melissa, good question. I don't have tickets yet to a Boo Bash. I am hoping, fingers crossed, that maybe I might get an invitation to a media event, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And if it doesn't happen, I am thinking about purchasing a ticket so I can share it with everybody. But I have not made plans for that yet. Deb said I'm famous to her. Thank you for that. Kathy said the alien swirling saucers is a cool ride. That it is. Hey, Gabby from South Texas. Carrie asked if you can park hop. The answer is yes. Jeff's asking about annual passes. No news yet on when they're going to come back. Music was a little extra loud. I think they cranked up the volume. So Robert said he had tickets for Boo Bash. That is great. Larry asked, is it time for the Pin of the Month Club? Larry, it's always time for the Pin of the Month Club. Thank you for prompting the shameless plug. You get the prize, which is my appreciation. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Michelle said we met in Animal Kingdom. Michelle, nice to see you again. Scott has joined. Linda says, really like the vibrant colors on Alien Swirling Saucers. All of Toy Story Land, I agree, is just a very colorful and fun place. Exactly what you would expect in an area called Toy Story Land. Buzz looks like he's having fun there, watching over Toy Story Land. And you can see the entrance here to the Alien Swirling Saucers. 30-minute standby wait. Very interesting. Jane said, a short ride for a long wait. It is a relatively short ride, but something I noticed when I was watching today is everyone was just smiling and laughing when they were on that attraction, which I think is cool. It's something that a lot of people really enjoy, and I think it's a fun ride too. I don't know if being a local and being able to get here often, I would wait 30 minutes for it, but it's definitely fun. John put the link for the Pin of the Month Club in the chat there. Thank you so much for that. Rosa said, is the My Disney Experience app going to disappear? Rosa, this is also a very good question. We don't really know. With the coming of the Disney Genie app someday, I'm not sure if that's going to take over or if it's going to supplement. We'll have to see. Stay tuned. As soon as I learn information, I will be sharing it with you right away. Hi, Jessica. Hello to you. All right, you can hear the soundscape changing from the fun music of Toy Story Land to the more contemplative sort of music here in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Excuse me. You can also see the landscaping change and the architecture for sure. Hi, Charles from Austin. All right, we're going to take a little stroll around Star Wars Galaxy's Edge with its two signature attractions, Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run and Rise of the Resistance. I was up bright and early today at 7 o'clock trying to get my boarding pass for Rise of the Resistance, hoping that it might line up with my broadcast time. Did not happen. I did get a boarding pass, but it's not till later today. I'm not sure if I'm going to be at the park at that point. But we are going to walk around a bit. We'll see what the wait time looks like for Millennium Falcon. Very fun ride. Robert, bright suns to you, which is the proper greeting when you are here on Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. George says, how about a t-shirt that says, I'm a World of Walt groupie? That's kind of fun. So I did just release a new design for a t-shirt last week. You can always check out all the t-shirt designs over at worldofwaltstore.com. I was really happy with how that design turned out, and thank you to everyone who put an order in. The t-shirt is play on the Haunted Mansion. Says there's always room for one more. and then at the bottom it says Disney World, or excuse me, World of Walt fan. So go and check that out if you haven't done so. Also, all of the past shirts are available, including one that would be great for the July 4th that borrows a line from Muppet Vision 3D that says, "A salute to all nations, but mostly America." Looks very patriotic. You should check it out. Sam Eagle says it is distinctly a patriotic thing to do to visit the worldofwaltstore.com. Karen says, thanks for taking everyone along. Appreciate that. Karen said, what about a special broadcast for Rise of Resistance? Karen, I'm going to see how that goes. If I happen to hang around and get a boarding pass virtual queue time for something where I think I can hang around the park, I may do that. Kind of depends on when that comes up and also, how my battery holds up too. My battery's doing a whole lot better. Someone said the t-shirt is coming today. That is great. Jim says, blue milk is awesome. Jim, I like both the blue and the green. You can see the milk stands doing a hearty business here. Plenty of people walking around with their plastic cups. Evie, hello to you. Welcome to the broadcast. Susan saying yummy, which I think refers to the drinks. Wayne says, do you have to be in the parks for a virtual pass? So very good question. Disney has changed the rules on this over time. So as of right now, there are 2 windows when the virtual pass queue opens up. So, and right now, Rise of Resistance here at Walt Disney World is the only attraction that requires a virtual queue reservation. So one window opens up at 7 a.m., another one opens up at 1 p.m. So the park is not open at 7 a.m., so you can try to get a virtual queue reservation for Rise of the Resistance from anywhere. I did mine from home today. I believe, though, that the 1 p.m. virtual queue window, you do need to be in the park. Disney has changed the rules and the times, and may continue to do so. So definitely check when you're visiting, but that's the way it works today. If you were going to come in the short term, I would highly recommend that you have all 3 things here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. You need a valid admission ticket, you need a park pass reservation to get into the park, and I would be up at 7 a.m. sharp. And as soon as the clock ticks over from 6:59 to 7, try to get that park pass, try to get that virtual queue reservation. All right, so one of the most awe-inspiring views here at Disney Hollywood Studios, the Millennium Falcon, fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy, in all its glory, with so many people gathered around for their opportunity to ride on this attraction. A lot of fun. George said, how about buying a Dole Whip? I don't think we have Dole Whip here at Disney's Hollywood Studios. John says, loves the family shirts. John, thank you for that. Let's see what the wait time looks like. So I mentioned earlier that one of the big sets of news this week was the fact that Disney is reopening single rider lines. And you can see that right here at Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So over on the far left side, the single rider line is back open again. Looks like the standby is 50 minutes, so that's a good long time to wait for your opportunity to pilot the Falcon. But a very fun attraction, I would definitely recommend it. Todd says, do I know anything about the new Web Slingers ride at Disneyland? So Disneyland has opened their new land, the Avengers Campus, and the signature attraction there is Spider-Man Web Slinger. It's an attraction that's kind of in the mold of like Toy Story, Midway Mania. Instead of shooting a gun, though, you use your wrists to fling out spider webs, just like Spider-Man would. So I've seen some videos. I've read good comments about the ride. I have not experienced it myself. I hope I'll get an opportunity to do that one of these days. I'll make my way out west to Disneyland. Dana, hello to you. Welcome to the broadcast. Lots of folks here at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. I got some people lined up to get into the store over here on the left-hand side. And I can smell Ronto wraps right now. The delicious food item served over here. Sharon, welcome to the broadcast. Lori says, Grandpa loves Rise of the Resistance. Lori, he's in good company. I'm a huge fan of that as well. Carlyn says she has ridden on Spider-Man. I hope that I pronounced your name right. That is great. I would love to hear what you thought. I've heard very positive reviews of the attraction, but as someone who's actually been on it, I would love to hear what you thought. Petunia says, any 50th t-shirts in the works. That is on my list of things to consider. I'm thinking about how I might be able to do such a thing. I want to make sure that I do something that's an original design, that doesn't step on Disney intellectual property, and that looks cool. So trying to find where all of those things overlap is something I am thinking about. But thank you for asking about it. Charles said Ratatouille is awesome. Yeah, so on October 1st of this year, the 50th anniversary over at Epcot, Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is going to open. So October 1st is going to be a big day here at Walt Disney World. Oh, I can see a stormtrooper up here. Let's go and say hi. Kim said to go live from Oga's Canteen. Oga's is a lot of fun, actually. They've got very nice drinks, some amazingly curious bar food, and an atmosphere that's like second to none. He was pointing at me and my gimbal. That was funny. All right, I'd love to see the stormtroopers. The First Order is watching me. Carolyn said web slinger is a little hard to understand. Okay, good to know. Good to know. I missed the rest of the comment, but thank you for letting me know. Rhonda, good morning to you in Iowa. Nice to see you there. Gail says, thought that Spider-Man was a Universal ride. Gail, you are raising a very interesting point. So, before Disney purchased Marvel, the Marvel company made an agreement with Universal, so that Universal has the exclusive right to Marvel characters and themes to the east of the Mississippi, which basically means in Orlando, Avengers, Marvel is Universal Studios, not at Walt Disney World. However, west of Mississippi, now that Disney owns Marvel, they can use the characters. Disney can use the characters in the parks. I've got to think that there is a whole pile of Disney lawyers overlooking the very fine print of contracts that were originally set up before Disney made the purchase to figure out what they can do about it. It may be kind of foolproof. I have not heard any rumors or signs of Disney creating attractions dedicated to Marvel here east of Mississippi at Walt Disney World. Jane from the UK, nice to see you. Jane says, can't wait to get back. We certainly have plenty of crowds here, but are looking forward to welcoming our friends from across the pond. Carolyn said, teens got the hang of Spider-Man very quickly. Also good to know. Isn't that the way with technology? When I have a hard time figuring out my iPad, I talk to my daughter about it. She gets me set up. Bernadette says, what is the temperature here today? The temperature is approximately hot. No, I'm just joking. It's like 82 when I started, so it's probably going to be up to like 84, 85 by now. It's supposed to go up to 92. For me, with my fair skin, the good news is that it's overcast, so you don't have the sun pounding down. And it is humid for sure. It's June, it's Florida, it's going to be humid. But actually, it's not that burning hot, especially considering what some of the folks out west are experiencing. I heard that Arizona has been dealing with 115-degree heat. That is crazy. I don't ever remember a time here in Central Florida where we've gotten over 100. We get like 98, 99 on a pretty regular basis, but we do have the humidity part of it. Okay, so Star Wars Rise of the Resistance here to our right with some lucky people who got their virtual queue reservations heading into the experience. I know I've said this before, but I believe that Rise of Resistance is the quintessential Disney attraction. Disney was shooting for something that was ambitious, and I think they really nailed it. An amazing attraction. So hope I get an opportunity to check it out today. Petunia is watching. Hi Petunia, nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Greg said he and his wife are going to Disneyland in November. That is great. Missy's getting 90 degrees in Virginia as well. Summertime is here for sure. Hope says you can still get burned when it's overcast. Hope, you are right. I have proven that time and time again. So I've got my hat on. If I'm going to be out in the most intense parts of the day, I slather up with an SPF 200 sunscreen. Okay, not 200, but yeah. Wow, Santa Monica is going to be 115, 109 in Sacramento yesterday. That is amazing. All right, we're going to continue and make our way out of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We'll see what's going on in Muppet Courtyard, just because I think the Muppets are a lot of fun. Hi, Scott. Tammy from Arizona says, take the heat over the humidity any day. I hear you. I hear you. Everybody talks about how out west you have a dry heat, and it's definitely a different feel. We do not have dry heat here. We have very wet heat as a subtropical climate. You walk outside and you're going to be sweaty. So it goes. Susan says, looks like rain in South Florida. Yeah, I think some rain is on the way. Beryl said, Saturday is made. Thank you for that. Amanda says, why so many wires hanging around? And Amanda, you hit on it. It is part of the theming. All of that was built in by design. It makes it look like this is an outpost that was put together as part of the rebellion. They just kind of came into the outskirts of the city and set things up. So just like might happen during a military operation. So all part of the design. All some of the little details that set the theming, tell the story. Beryl said, any ideas if we're going to see a return to parade soon? Beryl, this is a great question. I have not heard any information about the returning of parades. The fact that we have nighttime spectaculars coming back gives me hope that parades might be coming soon. And the reason is that for the nighttime spectaculars, the key is that Disney's apparently okay now with lots of people in small spaces. And that's exactly what happens with a parade. So the fact that Disney's saying they're okay with the crowd issues of nighttime spectaculars make me think they may also be okay with bringing parades back. Parade's an expensive proposition to put on with so many people, but might be happening soon. We'll see. Okay, welcome to the Grand Avenue section of Disney's Hollywood Studios and Grand Park, where we can see Miss Piggy in all her glory, as well as Pizza Rizzo, one of my favorite signs in all of Walt Disney World. It says the city's top-rated pizza, and at night you can see where parts of the letters get blinked out, and it just says, it's Rat Pizza. I love that. I think that's hilarious. Muppet Vision 3D over here to our right. A lot of people strolling in. Fun show, even after all these years. Definitely recommend checking it out. Normally one of the things you don't have to wait a lot of time for, so very fun. All right, Miss Piggy here. I never really noticed she is holding what appears to be a heart-shaped box of Valentine chocolates. Very fun. All right, let's just, for the heck of it, wander back a little bit into the back section here. I think that most things back here are still closed down. Maybe the Christmas shop is open. We'll see. Pizza Rizzo is open sometimes. It looks like we got some cast members out front. Looks like all the napkins are set out for the tables outside, especially during times with larger crowds. Pizza Rizzo is great for overflow. Karen says, "Is it good pizza?" I think it's not bad. It's good Disney pizza. A lot of people have very strong opinions about their pizza. I think they do a good job personally. Is it the best pizza? Maybe not the best, but it's good. Brian watching from the UK, hello to you. Okay, it looks like It's a Wonderful Shop still closed down, has been for quite some time, which is the Christmas theme shop here. And I think that the Muppet store here also still closed down. I do believe that Mama Melrose's Restaurante is open. So you have to walk past this sort of quiet area here to get to this restaurant, which I think is open. Let's make sure. Shelley said, I love the Muppets. I'm a Muppet fan too, a lot of fun. Yep, so I believe that Mama Melrose's is open. We've got the signs here. I'm peeking inside. I can see some people in there. So yeah, it's open for sure. Let's take a peek at the menu. Mama Melrose's, we got some specialty drinks. Sangria, always fun. A Bellini cocktail, sounds good. Appetizers, calamari, there's some good stuff. Flatbread, tomatoes and mozzarella. Entrees, what do we have? Strip steak, polenta cake, oven-baked chicken parmesan, shrimp, pasta, spaghetti and meatballs, of course. Looks like good stuff. Oh, and the sign down below at the bottom gives the hours, open from 11 to 7. Hey, Richard, welcome to the broadcast. Petunia's asking about the return of characters. So, there are Disney character sightings, I think we could call them. So you can see some characters that are socially distanced. A couple of prime examples are over at Epcot in the entrance near Spaceship Earth. Characters, Mickey and Minnie, are typically out kind of separated by some bushes. Also, you can see characters like Joy over near the Imagination Pavilion. You can see them off in the distance. You can't get an autograph or a hug, but you can see them and take a selfie. Tony said, see the floppy hat reflection. Yep, my signature floppy hat. All right, Susan, I think, is enjoying the look at the menu there. Tammy says, hanging out with Herb on Saturday is the best. Tammy, thank you for that. Always fun to spend some time with everyone. Shelly says, Mama Melrose is yummy. Barbara also likes it. Good to hear. Tracy, hello to you on the broadcast. Michelle says, I'm making her hungry. Yeah, the menu there has got some good stuff for sure. Vicki, welcome to the broadcast. Hello to you. All right, we come back up again on the Miss Piggy water fountain statue. Rosa said, when are the meal plans coming back? Rosa, this is an incredibly popular question. Another one where I don't have any information. If I do hear something, I will let you know. Personally, my guess is that it may be a while. So I think Disney wants to make sure that they build up both the restaurant capacity as well as the ability to supply food in their restaurants before reopening, to make sure that when they do offer the Disney dining plan that they're able to deliver on it. That's just all my speculation. I don't have any news, but we'll see. Tom said an empty area. Yep, back there in the Muppets courtyard. Mama Melrose is open, but a number of empty spots all around it. So if you feel like you need a break from the crowds, that might be a place to go to get a little bit of a breather. Bernadette says, looking forward to Saturdays. Bernadette, thank you for that. Tom says, any talk about bringing back the Osborne lights? He said he loved that. The Osborne lights were a popular Christmas time tradition for so many people. They were on the streets of America, which was pulled down to put up Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So in its past form, I don't think the Osborne lights is going to come back. You never know if Disney might do some Christmas light themed event. That event sure did bring in the crowds, but I don't think we're going to get it back in its form, probably not in its name either. Disney's not much to put other people's names on its products, especially these days when there's a huge focus on Disney intellectual property. So Osborne lights, I would guess no, but some sort of Christmas time light event, I think that's very possible. Tamara says, baseline, change the margarita. So a reference to actually a very fun spot over here, which I like to visit occasionally, the Baseline Tap House, sort of mirrored after those LA bars. It's really got a fun vibe. It has an amazing charcuterie board because I like charcuterie, and I just like to say the word charcuterie. So if you are into drinks or into charcuterie, definitely check it out. Larry says, for Mama Melrose, let's get a reservation. It's kind of making me hungry. Debbie is Epcot bound next Saturday. That is awesome. Hope you have a great trip. Bernadette says, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Bernadette, thank you, and I will second that to all you dads out there who have one of the most important jobs on the planet. Happy Father's Day to you. Karen's talking about the public waterworks. I love how Disney has named things like restrooms. That is fun. Sandra says, wish she could be here for the 50th anniversary. October 1st of this year is going to be an exciting day. Karen said, what about the Sci-Fi Diner? Sci-Fi Diner is a great place. I love the fact that you get to sit in cars and it looks like outside. And you get to see some amazing B movies. So much fun. Lisa says, loves taking the stroll on Saturdays. Lisa, thank you for that. Thank you for everyone who has joined. Liz says, loves the long walk around. Bonnie has joined. Hey, Bonnie, nice to see you. So thanks to everyone. I appreciate your walking around. We're gonna make our way over to the front of the Chinese Theater before we wrap it up for today. Henry, happy Father's Day to you as well. I know I want to say this more often, so thank you, everyone who's on this broadcast. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the thumbs up and the likes, especially for the shares. It's because you do these things that it's a big encouragement to me. And sometimes in the past, I've been able to do some fun things with the nice folks over at Disney Media Relations. I don't know if that's going to return, but I hope it does, and I hope we get an opportunity. But even if it never returns, I'm thrilled to be able to share Disney fun with you and plan to continue to do it for as long as I am able. And it is just it's a joy to be able to share this with everyone. Thank you so much. And Petunia, thank you for prompting the shameless plug for the Pin of the Month Club. You win the prize, which is my appreciation for prompting the shameless plug. If you'd like to get a little bit of Disney fun delivered to your home every month, check out pinofthemonthclub.com. Charles, hello. Nice to see you on the broadcast. Sharon says, I make her Saturday. Sharon, thank you for you. Paula, hello to you. Karen says, share the video with all your friends. Karen, thank you for that. I appreciate everyone who does that. Vicki, thank you for being here. Gail says, blessings on the podcast, no rain, or broadcast, excuse me. I was very happy about that. It looks like the sky could open at any moment. The forecast was for no rain, so I'm hoping that's the case, and I'm not going to get drenched on the way out. Yeah, it's a warm, it's a muggy day, but you know, a good day here at Disney. Fun time to visit. Hope says that I help to make Saturday mornings. Hope, thank you for that. Robert, thank you as well. Nikki says, enjoy watching as always. Thank you so much for that. And as I mentioned, I do appreciate your being here. It is fun to chat back and forth with you. And thanks as always for those likes, for those thumbs up, for the shares. Really, truly appreciate it. So if I haven't said this before, I think I did. Please hit that bell in either Facebook or YouTube, and those platforms will notify you when I go live, which is typically on Saturdays and usually is at 10. Sometimes other times too, but those are the pretty big deal. Lynn says, what's the website for the t-shirts? You can go to worldofwaltstore.com and you can get a link to the t-shirt shop. Just announced a new one last week, theme from the Haunted Mansion, and all of the past designs are there for you as well. Okay, everybody, I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. Again, thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, God bless.